welcome back to another Cook With Me video. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make my Moro rice. So we're going to start off by adding some oil into the pot. I recommend high heat oil always, but in this case I was just using olive oil. And then I do go in with a little bit of tomato paste or tomato sauce is good. Here I'm using tomato sauce with minced garlic. So stir that in together, and the next step would be to add in whatever veggies you want your rice to have. So I'm gonna go in with some onions, some peppers, and some celery. And I did add some carrots just because I already had them chopped up and I didn't want them to go to waste, but it's not something that I usually will add in my rice. But it actually turned out to be really good. So whatever veggies you want to be in your rice, this would be the time to add them in. So give that all a nice stir, and I actually realized that I hadn't even had the stove on. So make sure the stove is on. You want it to be like on a medium high heat so that everything can kind of come together, because this is where most of the flavor is coming from for this dish. So when you see that simmer going, make sure that you give it a nice stir because it does have minced garlic in there and you don't want that to burn. So give it a stir, and now it's time to add whichever beans you want to add here. You can literally do black beans, pinto beans, garbanzo beans, whatever you want here. Today I was using pinto beans. And I am using canned beans, but if you have the time to buy the dry beans and soften them up yourself, I think it would make such a big difference in the taste. It would taste a lot better, but canned beans work too. So when you see it coming up to a boil, like you see here, this is a good time to add in your rice. So I go ahead with 2 cups of brown rice, and once that's in there, I give everything a nice stir again. So for 2 cups of rice, I generally will add 4 cups of water, but since there was already some liquid in there, you can kind of scale back about a half cup or so. So now would be a good time to make sure that your rice is seasoned well. So I go in with pink Himalayan sea salt and generously sprinkle some of that in there. Next, you want to go in with a half a lime or a lemon. You can also do vinegar here. So squeeze that in there. And then you want to add your chopped cilantro. You can roughly chop it into small little bits. Either or works just fine here. And here I'm going in with my 21 seasoning salute. It's kind of like my clean version of a sazongoya. So you can sprinkle in a little bit of that or any other dry seasoning that you like. So when you see it coming up to a boil like this, it is time to cover the rice and lower the heat down to a medium-low heat and let that cook until all of that water is absorbed. Next up, I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my field roast sausages. So first I add some oil into the skillet with my veggies. I like to use peppers and onions here. And then you can add in your field roast sausages. And these are plant-based sausages, in case I didn't make that clear. This is a plant-based dish. So yes, I like to use the brand Feel Roast because I do feel that these are the most cleanest ingredients that you can get when it comes to a meat alternative. So here is part of the packaging. I'm showing you guys what it looks like as well as the ingredients. So far, they're the cleanest I've found, and it's always nice to have a meat alternative here and there. However, it is still a processed food, so limit it. Don't eat this for every single meal, every single day. So once you have that in the skillet, all that's left to do is just to let it cook, which doesn't take too long to do. Stir it so it doesn't burn, and once you see it reach a nice golden brown color, it is ready. So let's take a look at the finished product of the rice. With a fork, you can fluff up the rice, mix everything all together, and it should look similar to this when it's fully cooked. I went ahead and served this rice with the field roast, onions and peppers, as well as some avocados. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you give this recipe a go, how it went, if you liked it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.